And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 26th episode of The Crypto Bull. In today's episode, I will be doing a technical analysis of the blockchain cryptocurrency project called Cosmos, making use of the coin Atom. So, how will we do this? Well, just like previous episodes, we'll be looking up all the variety of websites dedicated to the blockchain project. We'll try to perform a brief technical analysis if a white paper is available. We shall be learning what it is about. We are going to take a look at the various dedicated communities on social media of this project, as well taking a look at its historical value and run. So we'll be learning about Cosmos and how well it is performing. At the end of the episode, I tend to give a little summary on to invest in it if it's interesting, it's got decent future potential, why to get in, why to stay off, depending on how well it has been built or how well it is performing. Without further ado, let us begin. I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Add to stream, there we go. So I'm going to make use of the website CoinGecko. As you can see, everything is listed here. Muchos importante, because I tend to forget, well, in almost all previous episodes to mention this. This is the market trend line currently. I must keep that in mind when doing the analysis. By reason, well, you'll notice soon enough. By reason that it gives me a better idea on how well the project is performing, if it's in tandem with the market, or if it's deviating, etc. So it gives me a little indication if it's performing well or not. So anyway, what do we see here? Based on total market cap, Atom is ranked 36 on CoinGecko. 24 trading range between $11, $17, $11.84. See market cap currently of 3,233,000,000. 24 trading volume about half a billion, so 424 million. Circulating supply 276,605,602. Okay, total supply, a bit of a shame, infinite, which implies there's no limited market cap. It has dedicated websites. I'm already going to open it. Last thing here is white paper available, so it enables me to check it out. I see Explorers, MinScan, Big Dipper, Figment, and Atom Scan. So I'm going to assume it has got its very own blockchain and probably a variety of different ones, probably from the past, I'm assuming. Whereby you can verify the transactions. More on that later. Wallets, the Ledger wallet, okay. Cosmos Station, and you've got an Apple and a Google wallet, okay. Communities, we'll be looking into that later on, but I see Reddit, Twitter, Telegram, and a special dedicated forum. Source code available on GitHub. That's a good sign. API identification, Cosmos. Tags, Cosmos ecosystem, cryptocurrency. If it says Cosmos ecosystem and cryptocurrency, I'm going to assume it's going to be that Cosmos is in all actuality some kind of network. More on, well, we shall discover what it is about. Let's take a look here. 24-hour chart seems to be in an uptick. However, that was the main reason why I said I want to take a small look at how well the market is currently performing. By reason, it gives me a better idea how things are going really. So yeah, that's the 24-hour. However, like I said, I want to know its entire historical run. Come on. Doesn't want to. There we go. So started out quite low. Remained stable for a while. Recent bull run performed quite well. Went down a little bit and crashed quite a bit, I dare say. However, following seemingly the market trends, it's back in an uptick, but not as high as, when was this? July. So it's deviating from the market, but it seems to have its own mind. In a sense, that's actually a very good sign. So yeah, it more or less follows market trends, but if you look at it in the long term, it stands independently. So this implies that it has got a mind of its own and that it probably has a solid use case. That's what I can gather if, well, the historical run deviates a little bit from average market sentiment, especially considering the time scale. So let's just see what it's about. Let me scroll down a little bit. So those are the trading volumes. Where is it currently available? Mostly traded on Binance and the Coinbase exchange. Coinbase, I do know. Now, technically, I only do reviews, technical analysis of coins I know next to nothing about. However, I have an account on Coinbase, and for some time I was subscribed to the Coinbase Earn program. Did get my hands on Cosmos by answering questions after having a little bit of an education about it. However, I must admit, most of the question posed on Coinbase Earn are that simple that you can easily guess which one is going to be the right one. And you're not really retaining about the project itself. You simply earn the coins, well, quite easily. I must admit, I encountered it a few times, Cosmos, but didn't really retain what it really was about. So a little bit forgetful, probably on my part, but anyway. But seeing it's mostly on Coinbase Exchange, I dare say that most of the liquidity is going to be locked over there, and it probably boost their prices tremendously. Let's continue. Yeah, second one is Binance. So Cosmos coin price and market data, circulating supply of 280 million atom, okay. A total supply of infinite. The infinite, I do not all too much like to see it. It implies it's a deflationary coin, which implies that over time it will always lose purchasing power. The same problem is to be encountered with, for example, Dogecoin. It has a big circulating supply, but it also has an infinite supply, which implies that no matter how much the value changes, well, on the long term, value will always go down. I dare not to say it will always hit back to zero, but yeah, consider it quite low value. Although I must say I'm quite surprised seeing it here at around the $11-12 range. So that implies it's got a strong use case, and it's actually more valuable than what it seemingly, from what I can seemingly gather at this point in time. However, I must admit, Ethereum also is a deflationary coin, technically seen by reason it has a total supply of also infinite, but their high value is because of it being a developer network, developer network where decentralized applications can be made, and has a solid use case. Considering this one has okay value, I'm going to assume the same thing here. So at that point, well, negates a little. Well, I dare not say it negates the max supply of infinity, but it does give it some credentials, especially if there are a few, how to say, protocols and updates present, which imply there's some scarcity and regular burning, for example, of the coins and tokens. This might actually be a valuable project, but more on that later. I'm here to know what it is about. I can see here on screen that allows still many independent parallel blockchains called zones, each powered by classical Byzantine fault-tolerant consensus protocols like Tendermint, already used by platforms like IrisDB, never heard of it. Some zones act as hub with respect to other zones, allowing many zones to interoperate through a shared hub. Architecture is more general application of a Bitcoin sidechains concept using classic BFT and proof-of-stake algorithms, so it makes use of proof-of-stake. Instead of PoE, Cosmos can interoperate with multiple applications, blah, blah, blah. Can plug any blockchain system into the Cosmos hub and pass tokens back and forth between those zones without a need for an intermediary. Cosmos hub is a multi-asset distributed ledger. There's a special native token called the Atom, spam prevention mechanism, staking tokens, and a voting mechanism as governance. So I'm quickly reading the other sentences here. From what I can gather, it seems to be an alternative to the Polkadot network. Polkadot, one of my more favorite projects, where it comes blockchain project, where it concerns decentralized application building, by reason that they also walk through something which is called parachains. And when reading this, well, this paragraph here, I noticed immediately parallel blockchains. So those are, well, a more formal name for uh, parachains, and yeah, they call it zones. So it's going to be an alternative to Polkadot, which can be great. I have taken a very big liking to the Polkadot ecosystem, and their setup seems to be akin from what I can remember. So they use Atom, their native coin, as a governance token, and as some sort of, yeah, they say spam prevention mechanism, and as staking tokens. Both are probably related to each other. That, well, the double function for the marketing talk, they split it up, but in reality, it's just one regular system. So yeah, I'm quite interested. Let's continue. I'm going to open up the regular side. It's always worthwhile to check how fast it loads. Okay-ish, quite fast even. It's neatly done. It implies there's some development and movement going on. Depending on how fast the site loads, it gives me a primary indication if developers are active, or if there's an active community behind it. Real shit projects, well, they've got a very basic website, which takes some time to load because of the tremendous amount of information being pushed into your view. Mostly happens with scam websites, that they give you an information overload and the website doesn't load properly. By reason, well, it isn't well built. So a well built website is neat, but also fast loading. So this already checks out. Connected services. So yeah, to freely exchange assets and data across sovereign decentralized blockchains. So the possibility to, well, create new blockchains, it seems, or connect already existing blockchains onto the Cosmos universe, I'm going to say. And we'll start swapping cross blockchain. That's interesting. What of the interchain? Blockchain provides vital services to the interchain marketplace. The next gen decentralized exchange, swapping digital, okay. Security provider. Soon be secure many chains and exchange for additional staking rewards. So this already gives me an indication they're making use of proof of stake, which for such kind of projects is actually the best consensus protocol to have. If I saw proof of work, I'm more or less expecting it to be less about development platform like Ethereum is, and, well, more about being a cryptocurrency or something to trade and make decentralized exchanges on. However, proof of stake generally is best used for development platforms. So this is actually a good choice. Commission of the hub to connect chains by establishing IBC connection with compatible chains and operating decentralized bridges with chains like Ethereum and Bitcoin. So yeah, they want to profile themselves like Polkadot, so it's going to be a Polkadot alternative, something to do with Web 3.0. That's an important one. Takes immediately some liking from my part. Still look at the crossroads of interchains. So yeah, secured by the Atom. On the Cosmos Hub, transaction fees and staking rewards are distributed to Atom stakers. Okay, so Atom is the coin which secures the network. The future, so that's some talk here for all your digital assets. Okay, swap tokens and collectibles. So NFTs are coming soon. That's quite a lot of coming soon here. So it's in full development, I dare say. Wrapped Ethereum and Bitcoin. As expected, you cannot simply link the blockchains onto the Cosmos blockchain itself for interoperability. They are going to have to wrap the already existing, well, Ethereum and Bitcoin in order to be traded and swapped onto the network. That's what Wrapped really is about. They say it's interchain operability, but in reality, they are going to create very short said a digital wallet. From that digital wallet, well, it's going to be held in custody. From that wallet, a certain amount of wrapped tokens are going to be created. That's what this one is about. I'm slightly worried there's a lot of coming soon going on. So it isn't really fully developed. However, most things are quite new, but okay. Most trusted way to build value, state-of-the-art blockchain framework that powers the Cosmos Hub, proof of stake. Yeah, this one they probably added due to Elon Musk saying of Bitcoin and proof of work being not all too green, 99% lower carbon footprint. It's a little bit of a dead giveaway. You do not need dedicated miners with dedicated power outlets in order to mine on a proof of stake. You simply stake coins, and really any basic computer can do the validation and verification. So in reality, it's a little bit of a non-argument. It's good marketing talk for people who do not know anything about cryptocurrency or blockchain, but can be discarded. Low fees, $0.01, so 1 cent. Lowest fees, almost zero. Is impressive, but I dare say that might change later on depending on how the network is being built, unless not naturally in their hard code they say, okay, value equals tick 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 amount of dollar in order to validate transactions. Never know. Fast transaction, 7 seconds. It is quite fast. I've seen faster, but in general it isn't all too bad. But from the information given here, I'm getting slightly the impression it's mainly being orientated towards people who do not know all too much about blockchain and cryptocurrency. By reason, well, it aren't blatant lies which are being shown here on screen as arguments, but they aren't as impressive either. Like the proof of stake, 99% low carbon footprint, that's a given. It's not really something to impress people with. That shouldn't be really a convincing argument to draw investors in. Low fees, same thing. It's nice to have low fees. However, everything depends on how the blockchain is being built and how mining, well, in this case, it will be through proof of stake. So it's validating and verifying transactions occurs. So they do it probably with either a fixed fee or something in general that they calculated. However, I know of projects like Nano, fees non-existent. It's really literally for free. Fast transactions, they say 7 seconds to confirm a transaction. It is fast, yes, when compared to Bitcoin, for example, where it might take up to 10 minutes. However, faster exists. Nano, once again, for example, is almost immediately. And I've seen others who are also within the 1 second or 2 second transaction validation range. So it's a good number. It's shorter when compared to some of the more popular cryptocurrencies and their transaction times. But I dare not say it's the fastest that's around. But it's okay. It's a little fact, but yeah. Anyways, what will you build? Developers in Cosmos are the pioneers of the new era of blockchain technology. Join the fast-growing token economy and build upon a secure and stable foundation. So, finance applications. So, yeah, it's really going to be a development platform that Cosmos is. So it's straight up into the alley of Ethereum, Polkadot, and other networks. Game economy is owned by players. So, yeah. Decentralized finance or DeFi, application building, those are NFTs really. Support built a chain in minutes, so you can build your own chain using Cosmos. Network connect chains, grow the economy of your chain by connecting a Cosmos Hub service using IBC protocol. So you can create your own blockchain and immediately connect it towards the central hub. So you can reach out to other developers probably and will interconnect and exchange various information, coins and tokens, provide services, become a validator. That's for the staking part. Worldwide community chat, Twitter, developer chat, Discord, and Cosmos forum. Got to say it's neatly done. So it's going to be an alternative to Polkadot. Keep it at that. Polkadot being is about the bringing about of Web 3.0, which in my view is something very nice to have, a future we are moving towards too. So keep an eye out on Cosmos. However, what bothers me a little bit is a little bit of the marketing talk currently, and well, there's a lot of coming soon, especially when I noticed here they have been listed since February 2019, so they have had 2 years and not much movement occurred. Some of these things I know from other projects were implemented within just a couple of months, so it worries me a little bit. Going back up. Build, explore, events, contributed blog, Gravity DEX, wallets, ecosystem, tokens. You've got about 70 billion USD in digital assets locked. GX, Terra, Cosmos, Crypto.com coin, Kava, Fetch, Mail Protocol. So these are all the coins and tokens locked within their ecosystem. Some of them, probably you guys can also recognize. Binance Coin is being locked or attached to the Cosmos network, OKX chain, Cosmos Hub, the Crypto.com coin, Terra USD, I heard about it, Torchain, I believe I did a poll. No, I did an episode on it, damn it. So yeah, there's a few I recognize here. Certic also. So there are, how to say, a few networks already connected to it, but it tend to be some of the lesser known ones. Still quite impressive, some of those that are already around. Build, stopwatch, build a blockchain in minutes. Just curious, I'm going to take a quick peek. From production to code, 4 of top 20 blockchains with Cosmos SDK on CoinGecko. Build your blockchain in minutes. The same can be applied to Ethereum, Binance, etc. So, yeah, it's really copy paste in most cases and simply, how to say, adjust a few numbers, especially with the Binance chain. That's one of the reasons why for some contracts on and projects being made on the Binance Smart Chain that I take up the token sniffer by reason. Well, it's going to verify the entire programming of said cryptocurrency, of said blockchain, and verify it and measure it up with others known on the Binance, blockchains being built on the Binance Smart Chain. Gives me a little idea if it's a plain copy paste, if it's more original, etc., etc. So, suspecting probably future-wise something for this, something akin will also be launched. Production. So yeah, there's a lot of marketing talk and straight up things here, but not all too interested. I do not immediately want to leave the site because I want to know who the team behind it is, and I do not immediately see what's going to be the about. Cosmos 101 course. We are Interchain Foundation. It's a Swiss non-profit foundation that was formed to support the development of Cosmos and the ecosystem that could contribute to the Cosmos network. Accepting application for grants. Contracted by the ECS, so it exists of multiple corporations here, but like I said, I want to see the team here. Team, what do I get? There we go. Ragtag team, it seems. Ethan Buckman, Ryan Kran, Tess Renaissance Council member, Worth management. Automation is also found on a closed network, blockchain game that encourages the creation of scarce art. Can I click on them? Nope. I like to do cross references to see if it's a genuine project. It gives me genuine vibes, however, it's a bit sad. I can't really click through. I'm going to assume the team is going to be legit. But as per usual, you guys, I always advise to check up the team and to try to look them up on social media. By reason, well, some team members, and I've encountered this multiple times with scam coins and shit tokens, well, that they put up a team, put some pictures, photographs, descriptions of a variety of people, but the second you look them up through Google or whatever search engine you are using, there was an entire non-affiliation attached to it. Same problem I had, I wanted to say with SafeMoon, no, with another cryptocurrency project I did, and as soon as I clicked a profile and managed to find out about a guy on LinkedIn, that one big disclaimer on his profile, not associated with, which implies it was a scam project on the get-go. So I advise you guys, like I said here with the team from Interchain Foundation, check at your own leisure. Here it is, who these guys are. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, try to see if you can find someone, if it's legitimate and if they are indeed attached, in this case, to Interchain and in extension to the Cosmos network, or if you can even find people, developers attached immediately towards the Cosmos network, just for verification, just to make sure it's legit. Bit sad. I don't immediately. Jay Kwon was first person, improve stake. EFT consensus is a Blackman joint force with Jay Kwon to develop tenement of the. So it's a little bit of the thing. So yeah, I'm going to check out their white paper. Perhaps I can. Jay Kwon, okay, so they're both from Tendermint. Cryptocurrency, zero cash. So okay, we've got mail addresses here, which is fine. I'm going to do a small research here. Quam and postcode Tendermint. Just want to make sure it checks out. Interchain Foundation. God damn it. Very poor thing, yeah. It doesn't let me. On Twitter. So GitHub, no one found of Colin Tendermint besides benchmark all the founders of fraud. He seems to be retired a little bit. So lookup state user network account, must DBC connection should have order book. So it more or less checks out this guy. Okay. So they say it's legit, and Ethan Bookman. We saw him mentioned in one of the things of Interchain, but I wanted to make sure. Looks a little bit like a hippie. No, I'm going to be a nice person. He's from Canada. If this is sustainable, let's see, existentialist. No kidding. Co-founder of Cosmos. They are hiring. This on crypto. Take shadowy subcourse for 100,000. So yeah, he's still. And so it checks out. Not a fake profile. Great. Evolve a chat. Today this has suffered from number of drawbacks. So that's You saying you can describe the Tendermint consensus protocol and the turn used to build applications with it. For more details, see the appendix. Same weight in Tendermint nodes have a non-negative amount of voting power. Positive are called validators. Okay, validators participate. So yeah, that's basically the explanation on how proof of stake works. BFT consensus protocol, BFT Byzantine fault tolerance. Just call it proof of stake. It's much more easy. It's not entirely right to say proof of stake, but It's what it boils down to, really. There's a few subtle differences between proof of stake and BFT consensus, but just call it proof of stake. We have supermajority voting on the locking mechanism. So basically, with proof of stake and the difference between Byzantine fault tolerance, I might be wrong. It's been some time I've looked it up. But with proof of stake, everyone who has staked their coins to become a validator has more or less approximately equal voting power. With BFT, that's not really the case. You can stake your coins, become a validator, but the weight of your wallet of your staked coins will be taken into account. So yeah, it's more of a, what to say, more standard version even of proof of stake. It's not really that resistant like proof of stake. It has even more major flaws, but it has other ones which can make it more suitable depending on what a use case is. I'm not going to get all too deep into it, but just remember, BFT consensus protocol is more or less like proof of stake. However, the amount of coins you've staked will weigh up with the power of your vote. The less you have staked, so almost zero, for example, well, the less power your vote has. The more you stake, the higher and the more powerful your vote will be for changes and validation. That's basically what it boils down to. Preventing attacks is protecting and preventing certain notable attacks like long range, nothing at stake, double spends, and censorship. So yeah, that's one of the problems with Byzantine fault with the BFTs. Like long range, nothing at stake, double spends, nothing at stake. That implies you can become a validator without staking anything and still costing out your vote. And if enough people do so, they can take over the network, despite, well, others having staked a bigger amount of coins and having higher voting power. Those who have staked nothing but are very numerous can actually overpower in that sense, well, those who have staked a lot. That's a little bit of difference. So they say, okay, we prevent attacks by, well, we implemented a few mechanisms here. Locks transaction between nodes, Cosmos overview. Yeah, I'm a bit bummed by the BFT, really. If it was an entire proof of stake, well, decent proof of stake protocol, where you had to stake a decent amount of coins and whereby everyone who is staking has the same amount of voting power, it would be good. But with BFT, not all too good. Zones inter-blockchain communication will occur through Atom, whose case is distributed exchange. So yeah, up here they're really bridging to other cryptocurrencies through wrapping. Nothing new. It's being done on multiple of chains everywhere already. So I'd say Cosmos really is more or less a standard development app. Well, development app platform, really, not really an application. So it's akin to Ethereum, and Polkadot has more liking to Polkadot, but makes use of of a consensus protocol which is alike, but not as strong as the one as Polkadot has. So yeah, become validator after Genesis Day, penalties for validators. So yeah, it's basically the rundown of how everything works here. I'm not going to get all too much into detail. I like to. So the next part, this is their other site. It's about blogs and news articles. For a living and thriving project, I want to see, naturally, a regular updated news articles and blogs. See July 22, so that's new. Not going to get all too deep into it, but I see July 13, 12, 11. So regular updates in the last couple of weeks, months, which is great. Then protocol, I see bring DeFi to Cosmos. The Gravity DEX protocol is live. So it's only recently they brought in the decentralized exchange. So they are launching themselves into DeFi. Not all too surprised. It's something, well, most blockchains are doing currently. So I'm not going to read any further. I'm now more interested in the communities. Is it living and thriving? Let's hope so. Reddit, Twitter. I don't have Telegram here. I hope I can access it. And the forums. Cosmos on Reddit. Non-essential. Welcome to the network. Cosmos rises to the top 3 on CoinRank. Okay. Links browser extension. Okay, open anything in a sidebar. Blah blah blah. Kepler, so those are mainly about blockchains being built on the Cosmos. There is some decent movement. So in the chain model, it's not really related to Cosmos itself. It can also be applied to Polkadot, but probably guy is more or less a fan of it. Some staking now available on Kcoin. Okay, claim or stake with Cosmotation. Okay. Sale 3 shots. I see a lot of people actually talking about staking, making money with it, but not all too much. Well, talk about how they're doing. I'm missing a little bit of the memes here. It might be a quite serious project, but from what I'm guessing, it's really still in its infant shoes and not really that well developed. What I dare say is that it's an active community. I see there's some regular pass-by, some decent activity, the amount of likes here, internet of links with, regular news updates and interaction on the topic. So Reddit's quite alive. Twitter, well, let's just see. Not all too many followers. I've seen smaller projects with much higher counts, but you never know. What I'm more interested in is, does it check out, are the buyers, are the followers not bought out? 76,000. I want to see a post they made. The older the better. Well, they do a lot of retweets here. That's from them. 572 likes, 27 likes, 24. Okay, checks out. Some decent user interaction. It seems if you want to reach out to the community, you will be doing it through the Twitter, it seems. Well, it's neatly done. Got to applaud the developers for having nice social media profiles. It's already nice. Can I open it in Telegram? Nope. Operating system can't open it. Telegram, generally I check it up to see how active it is, if you can get for questions, etc., but can't seem to open it. These are the Cosmos forum, not found, so I see here commands problem, proposal draft, start port custom type, governance proposal, so I see, and it's their own forums. So mostly developer questions. Present. Jacob. Yeah, I know the guy. Sorry, follow him on Twitter. I'm going to follow Shilla Cosmos ecosystem to you. Of all time you can use blah 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 blah. Launch projects. There are a few of them that I've had pleasure to work with. Launch project coming soon. I'm certain it's not completely, so please forgive me if I left anything out. So yeah, it's mostly about shilling, doing some marketing about Cosmos. What is it? Money views, it seems, but not too much responses. Yeah. One building on Ethermint, on cloud. He's a Cosmos fan. Okay. I know the guy's quite smart. So happy to see him around here on the ecosystem. But yeah, it to me seems to be in nice development. It's growing at its own pace, slowly but surely. I'm going to close down and going to round up the episode and give you my little summary of how I see things. So, where it concerns Cosmos, I dare say comparable to the Polkadot blockchain cryptocurrency project, which implies I am more or less a fan of it. However, there are few things which are holding me back to say I'm going to invest in the project or that you immediately should jump onto it. Main reason is, well, from my I could gather during this live stream is, well, there's a lot of marketing going on. So there's a decent marketing team going on. Social media profiles are on point. I believe they can grow even bigger if they make their presence even more known on a variety of other social media platforms. Um, what else can I say? Well, everything looks neat. It's got future potential. I dare say that one. However, it seems there's still a lot of work that needs to be done on Cosmos blockchain. They are talking about interoperability, about wrapping, about decentralized exchanges. However, despite from being around, well, being listed, I must be correct, in 2019 on CoinGecko, and the project itself with Tendermint, etc., from what I saw on the white paper produced in its history, they've been around 2015, 2016. That's actually quite some time to develop the project itself into a nice, workable blockchain-based project. And considering where they are standing now, I have the impression, well, they're not advancing at a decent pace. Naturally, this can be positive by reason that developers are saying we are going to take our own time. We want to develop something great, something robust. However, even now, with from what I saw only recently, that there's a decentralized exchange available for Atom on the Cosmos Hub. Only, but now it implies really development isn't really as active, and that decent support from developer, or the community is slightly lacking, and that most people, and that's something I noticed in the Reddit tweets on Reddit itself. It's mostly about the staking and about making money with it. It's a bit odd seeing it, so it's a little bit of a clusterfuck, if I may say, from good stuff mixed up with lacking stuff. So I dare say it's neutral. Future-wise, does it have potential? I dare say yes. But at this point in time, it doesn't convince me. One of the things which is, well, actually holding me back is the consensus protocol used, the BFT consensus protocol. Like I mentioned earlier, it is a little bit like proof of stake, but the main difference is it's more a standardized proof of stake consensus, whereby depending on the amount you stake, you get granted a certain amount of voting power. The more you stake, the higher that voting power will be. But it also implies you can become a validator without staking anything, or a very low amount, make multiple accounts, and really overwhelm the voting power of those who have staked a tremendous amount. So there's, well, a certain flaw within the consensus protocol being used. They say we implemented a certain amount of protection to counter that movement, but yeah, it means it's an additional layer, and the more complex a blockchain becomes, the more pathways there are in order to invade and, well, put the blockchain project on its bare back. So not entirely convinced. It has future potential. I've got to admit, I'm not entirely convinced. However, it looks neat, and I dare say, more so than a lot of other projects I've already done a Crypto Bull episode on, this one convinces me slightly more than those others. So it might be the case, if development continues future-wise, that I actually might buy some Cosmos and actually become more involved with the community. But at this point in time, well, it's lacking a bit, and it doesn't really convince me. So yeah, that was it. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to check out all the links below if you want to support my channel. Give it a like, leave a comment, and see you until next time. Bye.